Hey there, welcome to another great episode of Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, I've got something really special for you today. I know I said that I was going to be going into a concentrate week, but I have decided that I'm probably going to be putting that on the back burner. And that's because I've got something very, very special here. I've got something new, something brand new, never seen before. I'm not sure if this has ever been seen on YouTube before. And I'm really excited about showing this to you guys. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it back to the previous me. He's going to go ahead and he's going to reiterate to you guys a little bit about what we do on this channel. And he might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is, if there's any of y'all who are still unfamiliar or unsure of what that is. And then after that, we're going to be hopping into this really, really cool review. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9 THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right. All right, now that that's out of the way, I've got something very special for you today. Not sure if this has ever been seen on YouTube before. This is coming to us from a fairly new vendor, fairly new brand, and that is Caregiver Pharms. Now, Caregiver Pharms are out of Michigan, and they're coming out of the medical field. They're transitioning into the hemp market, and there's some very special stuff that they're doing right now. And one of those things is they only have products that they grow, that they pheno hunt themselves, and they only grow it from seed. They don't deal with clones, they don't deal with cuttings, they don't have any outside um, organic material coming into their facility. Their plants only leave their facility. No other plants go into that facility. And that's because, recently, over the past year or so, there's been this issue with this HPLVD, this hops viroid that has found its way into hemp. And that's an issue, but it's not so much of an issue when you're growing from seed and you're keeping everything very, very, very well maintained as far as cleanliness goes. You know, I'm not sure if it can be totally prevented, but this brand right here is doing their diligence to really avoid, and prevent any negative things that may come about in the course of the growth. They don't use any PGRs. They don't use any spray pesticides or anything like that. Um, In-house pheno-hunted selections, and these strains are exclusive. These are exclusive strains, so you will only be finding them through Caregiver Farms. And today we're going to be looking at something called Hawaiian Unicorn. Now, Hawaiian Unicorn, really interested in it. I have already opened it. Full disclosure, I've gone ahead and gotten some photos, so I don't have to take a cut here. Um, Hawaiian Unicorn is something that is really interesting, as I don't believe I've had either strain that this is crossed from, and it's a cross of Hawaiian Punch and Unicorn Poop. I've not had either of those, so we'll be checking those out momentarily, but first I'm going to open a bag. And on the nose, super, super sweet, super tropical smelling. Super, super tropical smelling. Now they describe it here on the website as it's essentially a pina colada without the coconut. And I could kind of get that. That's kind of what I'm getting on the smell. So I'm gonna get this poured out. This is an eighth, guys. And like I say, I've already taken some photos. There's the bit from the photos. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is this whole top column. That was an eighth. Uh, pull the bottom bit off so I can get your photos. Really, really, really beautiful flower, guys. This has got to be one of the best tops that I have had in this market, like, at all. And when I'm saying this is triked up, extremely, extremely frosty, extremely, extremely sticky, I do mean it. And it is loud as all get out, guys. And I've got a lot of photos, a lot of photos. I wound up taking about 27 or so, I think. I'm not sure how many you guys will be seeing, but you'll be seeing plenty of photos. So I'm very excited about this. Um, this is just wow. In the photos, you guys will see this the trichome coverage. You'll be able to tell this really is that frosty. It's crazy. See what we got on the grind. Can't wait to actually get it ground up. I bet the smell was gonna be way, way stronger on the grind, and it's already loud as it can be. For flower in this market, it's some of the louder stuff that I've smelled out of the bag. Mm, mm. It got a little keep there. Got a little keep dropping a little bit. I don't think it's enough to be taken a photo of because I'll be honest with you guys, I've got a bunch of this keef here. I also went ahead and got a sample of their keef. Caregiver Farms, they also sell their keef in little pucks. So don't worry about getting a shot of that. We'll be actually reviewing the keef itself here in the coming week or so. Like I said, I was going to be doing a concentrate week. However, this came in and I took a look at it, and I said, you know what? I've still got a lot on my back burner here that I need to go through. So we're gonna keep doing flour this week, and we'll get to the concentrates as soon as we can. I do have 6 or 7 I've got to go through for you guys, and I know some of you guys are waiting on them, so I may wind up just dropping some in between the other videos instead of doing a full week. We will have to see. this was not something I was really anticipating. This came as quite a shock when I got this flower. I wasn't expecting to find Caregiver Farms, and when I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. And then when it got here, I'm like, wow, wow, guys, crazy. Don't think I've ever sampled anything that has a cola that large and that healthy and that just vibrant. All those colors. Oh my goodness. All right. So as usual, first try is going to be through the whip with the microdose bowl with the injector side. Mm. Oh wow, guys. Wow. That is very, very sweet. Tropical, but really smooth. Hmm. Kind of like it kind of is like a pina colada without the coconut. It's very smooth. Exotic, floral. Sorry, I'm reading the page here, the Caregiver Farms page. That's really good. Oh, okay, this is cool. So Hawaiian unicorn is grown at the same facility that found this cultivar and a pheno hunt from seed. No bud hardeners, PGRs, pesticides, or sprays of any kind. Small batch craft grow. Everything's hand trimmed. Yeah, these are some of the this is one of the nicest nugs I think that I've had in this market, and I'm very like just looking at it. I'm still trying to grasp it. It's not often that I find something that leaves me basically speechless. Oh my goodness, guys, that's so fruity. Wow, wow, got a little spice to it on the back end. I think that's coming from the unicorn poop. All right, so real quick, let's look at the crosses on this. Um, Hawaiian Punch, according to All Bud, origins are murky. It's a native of the islands, but its exact genetics, including the ratio of sativa to indica, are a mystery. Um, Levels for Hawaiian Punch, THC levels for Hawaiian Punch usually top over 21%. But yeah, it looks like it's basically a mystery of where, how Hawaiian Punch came to be. We're going to skip on to Unicorn Poop. And that's an evenly balanced 50-50 hybrid strain created through crossing GMO and sophisticated lady. And yeah, um, the Hawaiian Punch is pushing the really sweet stuff, the really fruity stuff, I think, and some of the funk, some of the some of the more gassy notes, I think, which there are some. There are some. It's kind of like a candy gas, but there are some gassy notes. I think it's coming from the GMO and sophisticated lady cross unicorn poop. The list here for flavors: berry, citrus, fruity, sour, spicy, and sweet. And I think that's where some of that spice is coming from. Maybe some of the sour. Um, Hawaiian punch lists flavors as sweet, tropical, and citrus. So that's definitely where the bulk of the heavy tropical sweet um, aspect is coming from. Now, effects wise, you're going to be crossing over pretty much the same effects. Hawaiian punch lists euphoria, relaxing, and unicorn poop lists body high, euphoria, giggly, happy, relaxing, sociable, uplifting. It's going to be relieving anxiety, chronic pain, depression, and stress. Yeah, this is pretty potent. It's pretty potent. A couple of hits I've taken, it'll chill you out. It'll chill you out pretty good. Um, Very nice. This is pretty well balanced hybrid, though, I would say. Yeah, all right. So, Hawaiian Punch lists a bunch of other things that may relieve, but it's a lot of stuff I'm not gonna bother listing. Loss of appetite, stress, nausea, anxiety, those things. There's some other stuff on there that sometimes I'm not so sure about. Sometimes when you look on these websites like All Bud or Leafly or whatever, and you're trying to figure out where these things come from, you're not really sure. Like, come on, does it really help with that? But then you start reading through it, and you're like, oh, these things kind of there's so much crossover. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It could help with that. There's potential. I don't like to start listing things off too much because I'm not a doctor. You know what I mean? I can only tell you guys the relief that I get. You know, wish that downstem would quit jangling around. That's very, very potent, guys. Very potent. And yeah, I feel like this is going to be good medicine, guys. This is you know, Caregiver Farms. It's in the name. They're coming out of the medical side of things, and they're just recently getting started up in the THCa side and the hemp market. And I think it's a great transition, personally. And for what you're getting here, guys, it's it's pretty crazy. Standard standard pricing and all that. It's pretty standard. Um, um, yeah, talking about like 35 clams an eighth type standard for this, which is nuts. Um, I think currently they do have a grand opening going on with 20% off right there. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but once that's done, you can use code review sesh and you can save 20%. Just thought I'd drop that there. Um, wow. Very, very reasonable for what you're looking at, guys. And some of the cleanest flour I think that I've seen under my microscope, to be quite honest. You can tell a lot when you look through so much flour, when you see so much under the microscope, you can tell a lot about the flour. And this, I can tell. There's no PGRs. There's all very clean, very natural organic inputs, hand trimmed. These things you can actually tell under the microscope, just visually, believe it or not. When I first started with my microscope, I wasn't really sure what I was looking at with a lot of things, and there might be some of you guys out there that might be watching me for a while, might still be really unsure what you're looking at. Um, but I promise you, after a little while, you start realizing what it is. And this is some very, very sticky stuff, as you can see here. Look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. This would be great for a hash hole, something like that. But yeah, this might be my new. This might be the strain so far, uh, of the year. So far, I mean, we're only 2 months in, but there's something about it. Definitely something about it. Wow, guys, I gotta say, it's very potent, very potent. And like I said, right now, you've only had dose two strains on caregiverfarms.com right now. And that's not a bad thing, guys. That's something that is actually really, really a positive thing. They're paying a lot of attention to the particular strains. They're not trying to throw with a list, a whole smorgasbord, a whole big thing of uh, strains, and big catalog. They're focusing on two right now, and they're perfecting what they have. And then after that, they're going to be, I'm assuming, moving on somewhere else. Sorry about the noise there. That's somebody trying to call me. They don't know I'm filming. Anyway, um, yeah, so this is wonderful, wonderful flower. Beautiful stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review from Caregiver Farms. You will be seeing much, much more from them. Um, Probably not going to be seeing a ton of reviews as they're focusing on, things very particularly, and they're not going to be just throwing out drop after drop after drop after drop. However, you're going to be hearing a lot about them from me. I can guarantee you that. And yeah, really nice stuff. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I do have another one to film here in a little bit. I will be going live here in a little bit. Very, very busy week. Like I said, I was planning on doing a concentrate week. However, I have reevaluated my situation with my backlog, and we're going to keep pushing through with the flower. And we'll be talking to you here very, very shortly. I hope y'all are taking care of yourself, taking care of your loved ones, and taking care of each other. I really do, appreciate you guys being here, and I'm gonna keep making these videos for you. I'm gonna keep trying to pump them out as often as possible. It can be kind of time consuming, and it can be a bit of a crunch sometimes. But like right now, I've got other things going on right now, and people are trying to get a hold of me, and they don't realize I'm filming, and I guess they get upset and they get worried when I'm not answering them, but it is what it is. I've got to film, and I don't always, have the time to be telling people what I'm doing all the time. Um, so we're going to be getting through it, guys. I'm going to be cranking out a lot of different new things with my printers. I've been working on some interesting new designs with those. I'll be sharing with you very shortly. And there's just so much stuff coming. I really hope you guys are doing well. And until I see you next time, I want you to keep staying lifted, keep staying blessed. Peace.